The one big mistake people make when they're setting up tactics is they always set it up wrong. In fact, they just copy a pro's tactics and they think it's going to work. I'm going to go through and show you how to set your tactics up properly. I'm also going to show you some pro tactics. I'm going to tell you the big mistakes that people, maybe yourself, is making that you don't really realize. The thing is that people, when they copy a tactic, they just go in straight and they copy the code. And they use that one tactic for the one game. Whereas, for example, this tactic is specifically a defensive tactic to close out the game. So this wouldn't be a tactic to be starting the game with and using it until the end of the 90 minutes when you're losing. This is purely to use if you're trying to close out the game, or let's if you're winning already. So you can see here we've got a balanced build-up style, defense approach on balance. We've got 55. You can also reduce this even lower if you want to be more conservative. That's completely up to you. Only you would know this. Depth, only you can control. You should know yourself. Okay, can I deal with my team pressing forward, or do my players be neutral? Either way, balance is the way to go. And this is what I've done. I've got advanced forward for my striker, my cam build-up play, a playmaker, both CDMs on holding, left mid and right mid, wide midfield defend. Don't forget, this is a big mistake people make as well. They use inside forwards here. To make it the most defensive, you want to use wide midfielders defend, and then the whole back line is on stay back. So that would be your so-called defensive formation. And then you would use that alongside another formation. So if you're wondering about the defensive formation, this is the one to close the game out. This is called the defense. This is the code. It's M capital H question mark Q capital Q @6 SWI2. You want to get better at FC25 now. Before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you don't get better after 1 month, I'll refund your money? That's the nil guys guarantee. We got in-depth tutorials that are not even on the YouTube channel. We show you the theory of something and we show you gameplay examples in a structured format. We also go over real life football examples that apply to the game and exclusive pro gameplay analysis, full gameplay analysis to elevate your game. We teach you everything from the basics to the meta. Come join at patreon.com/nilguys. Links down below in the description. If you don't get better after 1 month, we'll refund your money. That's the nil guys guarantee. Links down below in the description. Then we're going to go over to the second tactic. So we've put Jafonso's in now. Jafonso's 4-2-3-1 wide is one of the best tactics inside this game, actually. The 4-2-3-1s are very, very identical. You're going to see the 4-2-1-3 example, and it's another mistake people make. But this is basically a 4-2-3-1. Look at it. It's just a defensive variation of it. He's got the advanced forward. I made a video on this. There's no video yesterday. In fact, if you want to see my yesterday's video, I actually uploaded it on my second channel, Nil Guides too, where I upload an early test for these tactics. If you want to see tactics before they even get released on my main channel, you can see it here on my second channel. I'll leave the link down below in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to check that out. But we're not going to go over any new tactics. I want to incorporate this new system. But look, playmaker on cam balance, that's what he uses. He uses one winger and one inside forward. I've already explained this on Wednesday's video, so I don't want to go over it again. But it gives you that unique ability to attack in a different format, to trick your opponent. It can always help. You know, the good thing about surprising your opponent is to always, even when you're defending, always expect the unexpected. And sometimes people, when you see the same things repeated again and again, the key thing is being deceptive. Understanding, okay, I'm going to go 5 times down this way, but 1 time I'm going to go in the middle. Always mix it up. He's got his fullbacks on defend, and he's got the high defensive approach, and he's got the balanced build-up style. However, I would recommend counter. I think for the average player here, I would recommend counter, and that's the only changes that I made. So this would be the one to close the game out. This would be the one to start the game with. Do you see the big difference? People, they just copy one tactic and they think, oh, that's the Hail Mary. That's the tactic for everything. Do you think when Jose Mourinho is losing 2-0 in the Champions League final, you think he's going to still park the bus? Absolutely not. So you can see that's the 4-2-3-1 wide. That's the code. It's called Jafonso. This is a balanced formation. The code is N capital H. I always say and. I don't know why, but at sign, should I say. So let me go over there. The code is N capital H @79 capital B 7 TX capital D capital L. Then we're going to go over to Anders' tactics. So you can see the big difference between these two. This is the big difference. People don't understand this. Look, the CDMs, they're still in the same place here. You see that? The CDMs, they're still in the same place. People think, oh, these formations, they differ. They don't. You can see the CDMs. I've put deep line playmakers here. But the only difference is the left wings and right wings. Remember, left wings and right wings, you can't make left mids and right mids. So you can't use the wide midfielder role. You can only use that if you have a formation as left mid and right mid. This one has left wings and right wings. They don't come back as much. But equally, going forward, they're actually much better attacking. They're always in the right place at the right time. If you put them on attack and roaming, they stay forward or inside forward attack. So this is his direct tactics. I just did some fine tuning. Inside forward, we all know is the best for left wings and right wings, especially on a balanced style. Or if you're attacking, you should be ideally using inside forward roaming. They're still going to come back and defend. They're not going to stay forward. They're still going to defend. I put my strike on poacher, but you can use advanced forward here. It's up to you. It's completely up to you which exact one you want to use. Playmaker on balance. You put this on a shadow striker, what I prefer, but then when you're attacking, they don't come back to defend. So it's up to you. Most people here prefer playmaker because it offers that balance of coming back and helping defending. Both CDMs on deep line playmaker, that's what he uses. And to be honest, I'm going more and more towards deep line playmaker, or at least one holding and one deep line playmaker. And again, the left back and right back on stay back. If you want to trigger those fullbacks forward, you can do. If you want to put them on balanced, you can do. The problem is when I release these tactics is people that don't listen. They copy the tactics. They don't know how to defend in the first place. And then they're asking me, why am I losing or why am I conceding on the right-hand side when I got the fullback on stay forward? So understand, be conservative first, and then always change it. If you're comfortable, then change it. That's the key. Always, remember guys, I don't want to keep repeating this. Always adapt tactics for your style. That's what I've been teaching you for years. But that's, and this is an attacking tactic. And this is the code. It's N hashtag capital B, capital G, capital C, S hashtag TX, capital D3. And that would be his formation. You could even go with a build-up style being counter attack. Again, I would still recommend counter. The reason why is a lot of pros, they do a lot of manual work with L1 triggers. So you need to do these yourself. So remember to always L1 trigger the players manually yourself. Very, very important if you are using balanced. Counter just makes them make runs in behind. So when you have them on counter, as soon as you get the ball back, the players will be making runs going forward. People think it's bad, but remember to create space, you actually want people to move away from you. You don't want people to come towards you. People think to make space, people have to come towards you. It's not. It's the other way around. You want people to go away from you to drag a defender away, and it'll give you more space on the ball. Very, very important methodology in general football and in real life. Counter on high as well for the 4-2-2. This would be attacking tactic. You could even go towards the aggressive if you really feel like it. This basically, if you can see, they're all very, very similar. This is just a bit more reserved, as you can see. With the wide midfielders defend, very defensive. Then this is a bit more balanced. We have the same structure here, except we've got one of them as a winger, one of them as inside forward, so they're not staying back. Then you can see now we convert to left wings and right wings, making it slightly more attacking. And then this one, we basically gone to 2 strikers. You can copy this exactly how it is. You can see both strikers. I put one on advanced forward, one on poacher. I think that's the best route. I think if I had to release this out for the masses, which I am doing anyway, 99% of people just use advanced forward because the pros use it. They actually have no idea what advanced forward does. When actually poacher, technically speaking, is probably better for most people, but we'll get onto that another day. But if you're not sure, just put both of them. That way you got 2 different movements. They're going to be making runs in behind. Poacher makes more runs in behind. Advanced forward someone holds their line, but that's why a combination of both is very effective. Both the Lamb and Aram, both on playmaker balance. They're going to come back and defend, but equally they're going to also go forward and attack as well. Both CDMs on deep line playmaker, and the left back and right back is up to you. If you want here, you can put them on balanced if you really, really want to. I've left them on balanced here, so they're going to be supporting with the attack. Now, you don't have to use the deep line playmaker build-up. I made this in the video the other day. People saying, I don't really like it. That's fine. If you don't like it, just put it on deep line defend. That way you're going to defend in the 4-2-2 and attack with a 4-2-2 with, of course, your left back and a right back going forward, helping and supporting the attack. And that is basically, in case you're wanting the code for this one, it's called the attack, and the code is capital W SUAXR7DG capital T6. And that is the code for that one. I've gone away from the phonetic alphabet because realistically speaking, I think people can understand my accent, but probably not. Maybe I speak too fast. But anyway, that is the tactics. So no tactics on yesterday's video, but you can check out my 5-3-2 tactics that I'm releasing probably next week. So you want to get an early sneak peek, or if you want to help me test it, because I'm actually in the testing phase right now, and I've got some comments down below. Leave your comments. I read every single comment, so leave all your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the formation, because people that test my formations now, a lot of them are kind of going away from the game, so extra help would always help out. And don't forget, if you want to get better FC, come to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/no guys. If you don't get better after 1 month, we will refund your money. No guys guarantee. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace.